What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm Andrew. This is Aggie. We're here at Nexus Jiu-Jitsu in Folsom. And today we're going to look at another Kimura trap, t-kimura option that I really like. It's a good dilemma. 9-10 months ago, we made a Kimura trap, a t-kimura video, and we looked at the back take, the reverse triangle, and the arm bar. Today we're going to look at a scenario where the person decides to stay flat and they want to try to fight you from there. Maybe they're trying to peel hands or something. We're going to look at a good inverted triangle option, and then what happens if they try to hide the elbow from you. So it's a really good dilemma. They don't really have a choice. Either they try to protect their hand or they hide their elbow. Either way, I have good attack options off of it. We can go a little conventional, or I have more of a kind of unconventional attack that we'll look at today that I really like. It's been working for me a lot. So let's look at some of the details again of using the Kimura trap to pass the half guard. Talk about the t-kimura a little bit. Like I said, I have a video from about 9-10 months ago, has some of those details in it. We'll kind of refresh some of that and then look at these other attacks. So when I'm in the half guard, it's very common that we have a battle for the far side underhook, right? It's this top side for her, kind of that far side for me. It's becoming much more common in MMA and no-gi jiu-jitsu to look for the near side underhook. And I do love near side underhook attacks. It is unbelievably powerful if you know what you're doing. But the far side underhook's still a thing, right? It's still something we have to be concerned about. So what this person wants to do is dig that underhook, build up on their elbow, and start bringing me higher and higher up their arm where they're stronger and stronger. And they can start working a flank and trying to get to my back or get to their knees or any number of things, right? So when I see this person decide that they're going to start digging this underhook, I got to beat them to it. And I drop really low. I try to catch their wrist or their forearm. I want to be very far down their arm with my armpit and trapping their hand to their body, because that's where they're weakest. If I can trap them here, lift your arm. She's really weak, lift your arm. Quite a bit stronger, lift your arm. I'm never going to stop that, right? So I want to make sure I catch very far down her arm towards her wrist. So she tries to come up on that underhook. I catch low here, okay? And now I'm going to start bringing this arm over the top so I can start attacking the Kimura. When I bring this arm over the top, the best way I can talk about it is act like you're trying to grab a handful of ass. Like, that's the best way to think about it, because I don't want my armpit over her shoulder. This is not far enough. See how I can't grab ass? I bring my armpit below her shoulder where I can grab some ass, and you'll see how this sets me up for that Kimura a little better. So if I were up here and I go to break her down, now I'm so high up, it's very easy for her to knock me back and start wrestling and causing off balances, right? When I catch lower and I grab some ass and I go down, she tries to do that same motion. It's like running into a brick wall. So it's important that I'm over her shoulder or below her shoulder with my armpit here, like I'm trying to grab ass. Again, the hand that we're grabbing ass with, I said that a lot of times, but that hand is going to go between her armpit and ribs, right here, or her elbow and ribs, okay? I'm not going to reach back for the wrist here like a normal conventional Kimura, because she's going to grab my wrist from the far side, and now I'm in this really shitty position, okay? I don't want to be here. This is very powerful for her, okay? So grab my wrist any chance you get. Try to grab my wrist. I don't give it to her. I don't need to grab her wrist, okay? I have this set up already. Now what I'm going to do is take my shoulder and head to the mat here. Making sure, let's turn a little bit. When I bring my shoulder and my head to the mat, I need to make sure that my bottom knee, this knee here, my left knee, is really tight to her leg. If I go here and my legs are open, she can just stuff my leg between her legs here and start attacking my back, right? And I love doing that when I'm in her position. So it's important that, gather my knee. It's important that when I go down, everything's tight, right? I go through and I bring my knee in and then I pinch my legs together. Try to put my leg between your legs again like you just did. She can't. I'm really pinching. And now I can use this knee to push her leg, pry her legs open, and pull my foot out and get to my t-kimura. And now again, I like to go knuckles to knuckles. I don't like to lock a conventional Kimura. I feel a lot stronger here, okay? So now I'm going to start putting her hand to her chest and opening her elbow, and I scoop my bottom hip and leg under her head here. See, I'm kind of scooping under, okay? She's deciding to stay down. She wants to fight my hands here, maybe start peeling my hands off her wrists, or whatever she wants to do here. So if she starts to peel my hands, I'm going to take my top foot and lace it between her arm and body. Okay, and this is where I can start my initial triangle. Now this is the dilemma. Does she lock her hands to protect this arm, which gives me this elbow, or does she hide this elbow from me and not protect this arm? That's the dilemma. So let's say she locks her hands, because that's probably the more common thing. She locks her hands. Okay, I reach to this far elbow and I pull it to me. I'm going to pull it tight with an underhand grip. Okay, and I'm going to start to belly down. As I belly down, I really straighten both of my legs, really straightening them. And now I start locking the triangle before I come back down. And as I sit, that pressure will come on, right? Let's look at that from a different angle. So when we get to our t-kimura, I go knuckles to knuckles. Unbelievable. I'm in this position. I scoop my hip and knee under her head. So we're here. I'm going to scoop everything up. Yeah. And she's locking her, or maybe she's fighting my hands, whatever's going on. I'm going to lace this leg through here. Okay. And I'm trapping. Now she's locked her hands to defend this arm. I reach for this elbow. Look, and I pull it to me. And now look, I go belly down and straighten both my legs. And now I hook, sit, and there's the pressure. I'm pulling this elbow to me the whole time, straightening my legs, hooking, sitting back down, and it's a really, really tight strangle. It's tighter than you may think. It's one of my favorite and one of my most consistent triangles when I get the lock, right? Front triangles, people can stand up or stack you or whatever. Reverse triangles, it's hard to expose the arm. This one, it's very, very, very tight, okay? So, I love that attack. Now,
love it.
Let's go back to t-kimura. So we're in the half guard. She goes to try to get her underhook. I trap the wrist, grab some ass, knock her back, pinching my knees. Elbow goes, or hand goes between her elbow and ribs. Shoulder and head to the mat as I look to get my elbow inside to free my knee a little bit here. And I bring my bottom knee in front of her leg and pinch. Okay? Now I can free my knee. Look, I don't have to trap her wrist here. It's stuck. It's not going anywhere. I have this. I free my knee, roll through. Now her hand's still stuck here. I go into my grip. Again, I'm scooting underneath. She's maybe fighting my hands or locking her head, whatever's going on. I bring this foot into the fight. And now she knows. She hides this elbow from me. She's like, I'm not giving you that. I'm just going to keep everything trapped here, clamped in place, and I'm going to attack this arm. Conventionally, what I would do is I would pull the elbow to me, take her hand to the mat, work myself up, and start looking to finish with kimuras. Great motion. Nothing wrong with that. Don't ever take that out of your game. But I have a new option that I like to play a little bit. Okay? Can you walk your hips towards? Yeah. This new option that I like to do a little bit, I'm going here. I take the pull arm, the elbow arm, out and control the wrist. Okay? And when I control the wrist, now I can pick up the elbow and bring my arm through. So now my elbow's tucked into her elbow. It's not going to stay here for long. Okay? I'm looking to grab her wrist with this elbow, and now I'm going to pull my elbow out and press it against her tricep and the inside of her bicep. This is giving me a really strong fulcrum point. And because her head is trapped, as I pull her hand exterior, you get really, really good kimura locks there with kind of a tricky little funny kimura. Okay? So again, we've landed in t-kimura. We're here. And then we go into this triangle. She hides that elbow from me, so I can't go into my inverted triangle. Okay, I can come up for conventional triangles. That's fine. Or I don't need to change the position at all. Right? I go here, wrist, arm comes through, grabbing, pulling my elbow out and pointing my elbow into her arm. And now I just pull everything to me as I push my elbow into her elbow here. And since her elbow is up over her shoulder, everything's in line. It's a very, very, very tight lock. Right? So that's a sequence I really like. I use the t-kimura, again, from a lot of positions. I'll use it from closed guard, I'll use it from bottom half guard, I'll use it from top half guard. Sometimes I do it from top mount if I'm not liking what's going on. I'll get it in passing scenarios where I'm on the feet and they're playing seated open guard. I'll jump into t-kimura. options. And then once Kimura trap, and then once I get to t-kimura, man, there's like 12 submissions from there. There's so many good options. And this is just one of the sequences. If they stay flat on their back, fight hands, or look to lock their hands, I step through into that triangle style position. If their hands are locked, grab the elbow, find your inverted triangle. Really straighten those legs when you go belly down and come back for that lock. It tightens everything up. If they keep that elbow away from you, go for that near side Kimura. Either come up conventional, go to your knees and finish with a top side Kimura, or you can finish with this kind of less conventional, less well-known option. Really powerful. Yeah, try it. Let me know how it goes. Tell me down in the comments. If you want to see anything in the future, go ahead and ask about it, and I'll post some videos for you guys. Again, I'm Andrew. This is Aggie. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
That's it.
And go train. We did it. We did it.
Should we make up a handshake?
Me and Jack have a handshake. I need to turn this off.